What is up, everybody? It's Dylan here bringing a brand new discussion video today. We're going to be talking about the Tramid Archetype today. This is a deck that I've been testing around on the YGO Pros, and I think it's a very interesting deck, to say the least. So, what I've decided to do was I decided to combine a bit of a Rockstone variant with the actual Tramid cards, and mix it up with a bunch of field spells and stuff like that. As you can see, I'm not playing terraformings, and the reason for that is because I wanted to make room for a card that I want to try out real quick, and that is the Land of Demise. Basically what this card does is when your opponent special summons a monster, you could basically activate a field spell. It sounds really slow, but having the ability to activate field spells on your opponent's turn is actually decent. So that's what that, and also it also filters them out so that it sends them to the graveyard and stuff like that. If you want, but that might be a little bit too much consistency, you could probably play 2 or 3 of each, terraforming and demise of the land. So that's the thing. Also, I decided to add in the Clock and Mirror lineup, the Overload, the Guardian, and the Wall, mainly because, well, first of all, they're really good beat sticks. This basically what this archetype is kind of lacking is high attackers. Other than Master, Master's pretty okay. But for the most part, these cards are pretty weak sauce. But these cards kind of make up for that, being 1900 and all that. But having the added utility of destroying other things like spells, monster effects, and actual other cards. So yeah, this is one of the decks. Also, Falsadon. I've been testing Falsadon. It hasn't done that much yet, and to be honest, I don't think it'll. I think this card's probably one of the more expendable cards in the deck. But I figured that I'd try it out to see what it can do, at the very least. Recommended replaces for this card is either a one Thunder King, one Thunder King, 2 Sandman. Sandman is also another 1900 beat stick for Clock and Mirrors. But all in all, this card's by least is the most expendable card in the deck. Block Dragon, I think this card's going to be very, very good in Tramid, simply because they're all archetypes for one, and two, it's not hard to get all of these cards in the graveyard. So that's very nice. One complaint though, and I know why it's there, but if Lavable Chain was still legal, I could make this card in this deck and just mill out those field spells. I wouldn't even have to activate them. I would just mill 2 field spells, have this card have a Sphinx be 3,500, and that would be pretty. And he would just be sitting pretty and all that stuff. The only reason why I run is because you do not want to draw this card. This card clogs your hands so hard. So I mean, that's why I only play one. Master's a fantastic card, because it's a pretty good card. It destroys set cards. That's pretty amazing. Also, it targets Tramid field spells that and sends them to the graveyard. So that's pretty good. And it searches other field spells. So that's why I feel like terraforming is kind of irrelevant. This card's pretty good because it basically gives you extra normal summons, so that's also nice. And this card is actually kind of okay. The +5 attack, plus 500 across the board is not particularly well looked at, but the fact that you could shuffle back Tramid monsters was pretty good. So it's all right. Also, it has the same effect of searching out field spells as Master does, so that's also very good. My decided tech for is 2 Fortress, 3 Cruiser, and 1 Golem. The reason for this is because, well, this card draws cards, so that's always nice. Also, if you draw into if you have a field spell that's already in your hand and you don't really care about it, you can discard it. So it fills up your grave and adds a little bit of consistency to the deck, and as also. Fortress is really good because it makes the defense of the monsters really good. As you can notice that the majority of these cards, this card has 1100, so that's not going to be great. This card has amazing defense, and this card has weak defense. So, I mean, actually, might switch these out. Honestly, just realized that I was doing this kind of wrong. This is supposed to be 1. This is supposed to be 2. So But it's neither here nor there. I'm only running 3 traps. I think Bottomless Vanities and Fallen Morning are the best traps in the game. Best one-ofs, at least. So I'm running the Norden because, I mean, why not? It's at 1, so I mean, it fits somewhere. Other notable tech choices that are actually kind of synergetic, simply because of them being rock type, is Karen Gorgon, Emerald, and Diamond Crab King. So if that is more enticing. Plus these cards are just really good in general. Karen Gorgon is actually pretty good. So yeah, this card is actually pretty good. Gorgonic Guardian. This card is only really not good in the Cosmos matchup, which, I mean, if you're playing this in the meta, you're probably not going to do very well anyway, because this card's not very good. This deck is not very good. I'm going to be blunt with you. This deck is not very tier 1 at all. But this card's very good because it negates effects and sets their cards attacks to 0. So if they swing, you can basically no, that you have no attack now, and you're forced to attack my Gorgonic Guardian. So that's always good. Plus, it has the added utility of negating effect monsters on your turn, so that's also very good. So tell me what you guys think about this deck. What do you think about the Tramid Archetype in general? And I will see you guys in the next video. This has been Shitsonos. I will be signing out later.